Hello and welcome to the Day 1 highlights of the first test between Zimbabwe and New Zealand from the Queen's Sport Club, Bulawayo. The pitch looked flat and conducive to batting, but the bowlers would get some swing early in the day. Zimbabwe captain Graham Kramer won the toss and elected to bat first. The host nation were returning to Test cricket after a gap of nearly 2 years and were relying on an experienced middle order of Hamilton Mazakadze, Craig Erwin, Sean Williams and Sikandar Raza to make an impression. On the other hand, the visitors picked 5 bowlers, including the likes of Ish Sodhi and Tim Southee, to trouble the Zimbabwean batting lineup. Your opening voices in the commentary box will be Neil Manthorpe and Jeremy Coney to take you through all the action.
And there he is, Chamanoa Chibaba. First class career. Includes 400s, so it's not as if he's out of his depth.
No, too far. That's middle. Thank you.
And alongside him, Brian Chari in his third match. Not much to go on. Here we go, first ball. Well, you know what? Tim Southee will be encouraged by the fact that that ball swung. But it was decently played, I thought, by Brian Chari. I'm sure Jeremy Coney will have a look at it and tell me it was a genuine edge. But I think he just steered that. There was an element of steering.
Yeah, it's also going to be interesting to see just how much bounce is going to come from this surface.
Got him! Genuine edge this time. Martin Guptill with the safe hands at second slip. Terrific delivery from Tim Southee. Got everything right about that. And Brian Chari steered the first one, but the second one he steered straight to second slip.
It looked to me very much as if Southee just pitched a little straighter, around about off stump, ball just left Chibaba slightly in a comfortable height through to Guptill. New Zealand early success. He goes, it's 4 for 1.
Experienced Hamilton Mazakadze comes to the crease a little earlier than he was hoping, a lot earlier than he was hoping. But, that's extremely experienced, comfortably the most experienced in the Zimbabwean side. 30th Test match.
Yes, Timmy! Lovely, Tim!
Tell you what, he is getting good shape, isn't he, Tim Southee?
He is in some bounce there. He'd be very, very encouraged by that. The first 40 minutes here, there's the catch again. Chibaba goes, second ball of the Test match. Just poking at it a little outside his off stump.
It's really beautifully executed by Hamilton Mazakadze. So he's driven that one through the covers with some style, some panache. Pitched up, the drive was the invitation and Mazakadze happy to accept. Beautifully played. Chamu Chibaba is very, very good at the square bat shots. Good cutter, good puller. He's put that one away very nicely.
First short one that Bolt really has tried. And into it very quickly. Can be difficult sometimes to play the horizontal bat shot to the leg side with a left armer, with the ball naturally going further away from you. But he looked pretty comfortable playing that shot, certainly from that height. Shrivelling around. A little bit of a comeback here from early wicket for Zimbabwe. Punched away. It's a good stroke, just a little wide, not much turn, of course. The first day and first session of the test match was able to get back, and because of the slow nature of the pitch, able to punch that through the offside.
Wagner just beating the outside edge of Chibaba, holding his line, not getting it to drift across, just slightly holding his line, a little bit of movement, and Chibaba getting drawn into the shot, and Wagner doing everything right except getting the outside edge.
Now it's interesting, there's a man at bat pad on square there looking for a catch off the gloves or just tucked into him, but there's also a man beside the umpire, Michael Goff, and for a pull stroke or for a tuck off the pads, that man looking for a catch, not moving in to save a single. That's him. So there for a useful, either a mistimed pull shot as well. Guptill the man there. There's a wicket. Well, it wasn't the man just behind square, it was the man at mid-wicket. Zimbabwe lose another.
That's the loss of
Latham, the catcher. So Chibaba goes after 15 runs in the 17th over. He goes for 15, so Zimbabwe lose their second wicket at 35. The new batsman, Craig Irvine, the left-hander. The wicket of Chibaba from this over. Nice little greeting. And the reason that he is, of course, there is the fall of this wicket.
Wagner just baiting Chamu with the shorter ball. Chamu not being able to just let it go and playing through to mid-wicket and getting caught out there. Bringing Irvine.
Caught and bowled. Mazakadze has gone and another wicket falls. Driving, encouraging the drive. One through to mid-off, second one. A very full ball, and in the third one just held back slightly and caught and bowled. So the spinners get into the action for New Zealand.
Hamilton Masakadze are getting baited 2 balls earlier, and then one that with a lot of revolution, not really holding his shape and hitting it right back to Santner. Very good show of bowling. Hamilton Masakadze out for a mere 15 or 52 and leaving Zimbabwe at 35 for 3.
Double breakthrough for New Zealand. One for Wagner and now one for Mitchell Santner. A new batsman, Sean Williams, left-hander. Tell us a little bit about him, Stanley. Hit on the helmet. Sean Williams. Nasty one, a good straight delivery. Williams just misjudging the bounce and the line of the ball. Looked and just moved very late. And at the last moment found himself cast. Let's see what Wagner decides. Another short one or pitch up. Oh dear, that's it. Has he got bat on that? He wanders away disconsolately. Easy catch.
Williams not really happy with that dismissal, keeps pointing to his helmet. Let's have a look here. Hard to tell from that angle. New Zealand is clearly happy. Williams walking out. 103, Zimbabwe 36 for 4.
New Zealand enjoying a good stage in the match here. Wickets tumbling for Zimbabwe. 36 for 4. Change up here. We've got Ed Rainsford with him.
Thank you, Jeremy. It's Sekinder Razabat. That'll be Wagner. Oh, back of the length, good pace. Back of the length and getting a little bit of carry as well. Zimbabwe just losing their way a bit here. Sean Williams playing the pull shot and a very easy catch for Ish Sodi mid-wicket. And there was contention about, has it come off the bat? Then onto the helmet. And Poyle Rifle just confirming that it's out. That onto helmet is dead ball, yeah? Bat, helmet, dead. No. Just have a closer look at this. No bat at all. It looks as if it comes straight off the helmet. So Sean Williams, he'll be very disappointed about that. And it's led Zimbabwe going on to 36 for 4 into the 19th over. Oh my goodness, Sekinder Razapat, and welcome Walter Chiwaguta.
It looks like the ploy. As you can see, the short pitch bowling, and Raza obviously worried about the one that's coming towards his head, and nowhere close to addressing the one that's foolish here. So it looks like that's going to be the plan with the fast bowlers.
Good delivery and a good leave as well.
Just a hint of, well, you would call it a way swing to the right-handers, but swinging back into Irvine. So he's got something to worry about there. Again, it's a short ball. It's the one that's swinging back in. I'd have thought in the last couple of overs we didn't see the ball swing that much. Yeah, well, I suppose Wagner with his plan where he bangs the ball big into the ground and it takes off. And here, obviously, now they have to contend with the ball that's still swinging.
Definitely not going to use the bat. They'll rather get a few balls on the body, and it's good temperament from these two. And just waiting for that full delivery, maybe to find a scoring opportunity. Short and cut away. Been waiting to play that shot for a very long time as Sekinder Razabat. There are cheers from the crowd, but it's a little bit of a release of pressure. Maybe one out the middle of the bat.
He was expecting this, isn't it? A bit of width. He's been looking to play this shot for a while, and he got the right one this time and made sure he made it count.
Yeah, it's a much needed boundary, the first boundary after 15 overs. Good shot again by Raza. He was spoken about staying side on. He stayed on side on there for longer, and he'll pick up 2.
Very positive player, Razabat. He's obviously got things to worry about, but you know that when he does get one in his slot, he'll definitely take full advantage of that. Opens his face there and just hits that, and he gets 2 for that.
Lots of men around the bat. 2 short covers, 2 slips and a gully. Full-length delivery. Tim Southey just continues to square up, doesn't he, Raza? It's just maybe trying to get some sort of momentum, some sort of pace of the wicket, and the longer he stays there, the easier it'll become. And I think this lunch break is much needed for these 2 batters to come out a little fresh, clear the mind.
That's a much better leave, Ed. We're keeping his eye on the ball there, staying very side on, and just watches the ball get past him. So it's that's exactly what we're talking about. And you can see there he keeps himself in a very nice sideways position, watches the ball, doesn't turn his head, watches the ball all the way as it gets past him.
I think it becomes a lot harder when the bowlers have come round the wicket and they sort of attack that blind spot. There's a blind spot for every batsman where they have to almost open up their shoulders and come a bit square on to have sight of the ball. And some batsmen, like you say, they take their eye away from the ball because they don't know where it is because of that blind spot, and that's when you drop your head and your eyes away and you sort of fend off with the glove, and that's when the man under the helmet comes under or comes into business. Well, it's 26 overs gone. It's 49 for 4, and it will be lunch for the players. A good outing for the bowlers, for the New Zealand bowlers. After being Zimbabwe won the toss and decided to bat first. It was always going to be hard work for the bowlers, but they've picked up wickets, and Zimbabwe will be disappointed. And what they have to do now is they understand that they still have men to come that can definitely add more value to the innings and maybe get over this tough period and get some runs on the board. Kane Williamson alongside his charges, the 2 umpires. I'll be pretty happy. Maybe just the 1 blemish there of Sean Williams and the 2 batters. It was hard work. And this is how it's gone for the Zimbabwean batting card. Chari was the first man to go in the first over. Then Chibaba and Masakadza got together and a little 31-run partnership came to an end. Chibaba went for 15 and so did Masakadza. And then Williams will be unlucky. It came off the helmet straight to the man at short mid-wicket. And then Craig Irvin and Sekinder Razabat, they've weathered a storm of short pitch bowling. Partnerships, not much to talk about. Just the 1 of 31 between Masakadza and Chibaba. At that stage, Zimbabwe looked as if they were fighting back. And then this 1 of 13 has been hard work, but the men are still out there. The bowlers, good. Very excellent work by Wagner, 2 for 8. Pick of the bowlers at this stage. And then Santner, 1 for 11. Tim Southey's been good, 1 for 25. And then Bolt has gone wicketless, but has kept things very tight.
Again, that's a very good shot, back foot punch after the boundary of Sekinder Raza. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you have a look at the field set there, Neil, it kind of suggests that the party looks to come very straight at Sekinder Raza. And obviously there, Sikandar Raza played that really well. Great shot there from Craig Irvine. Ball trickles down leg, straight to the boundary.
We were just talking about the tuck.
Yeah, funny enough, I mean, most of the good players seem to score a lot of runs on that, generally on that area. Bowlers seem to be coming on dead straight, and again with that field set, you would actually think that, you know, he's going to come dead straight to you. So there's plenty of runs there if you get it right. Also a bit of an element of a risk getting caught behind as well as short leg.
Got a lot of bat on that. That's gone all the way. Very well done. Yeah, you might play, I don't know, half a dozen square cuts. Depends on the pitch or whatever. Maybe 10. Half a dozen pull shots. But you might leave it 40 times. And get one of those wrong and it's over. So, you know, you leave good balls that you might have got out to if you had played a cover drive. So leaving is, I think, I was going to say every bit as important as the attacking shots. Probably not. But it's up there amongst the most important disciplines. Oh dear me. Well, he's tried to be positive. Excellent work from BJ Watling. It wasn't the hardest, but he nonetheless made it look as simple as he possibly could. Irvin was a long way down the pitch, didn't even bother to try and get back. That's well bowled, Mitchell Santner. He bowled a terrific little mini spell to get rid of Chamu Chababa, I beg your pardon, Hamilton Masakadza. And once again, a spinner unafraid to give the ball air.
Yeah, that's very well bowled from Santner. Unfortunately, Irvine was not able to put that away. I can see the sort of intention towards that. 7-2 for 5 for Zimbabwe are, and incoming.
Oh, that's out another, and they're falling. They're falling in clumps.
Oh, another headache for the coach, Makayantini. It was never in control of that, really. It was, as soon as you jump, you lose your control, you lose your balance, and as you can see there, it just got big on him, really, and tried to get on top of it and play it down, but he just kept climbing, and all he managed to do is just spoon it to mid-wicket. Zimbabwe 72 for 6.
Oh, that's a nick. And so the 7th wicket fall. Jakupfa doesn't trouble the scorers here at all. Just outside off, in the corridor, and getting a little edge through to the keeper.
Jeremy, you mentioned the style of bowling, but I want to take it further and say it's more the pace than anything else, really. So it's got us in all sorts of trouble. And this one looks like it just leaves him. He's generally looking to swing it back into the right-hander, but this one leaves him a bit, and he's in an awkward position. He ends up having to follow it, really. So it is indeed a good ball, and I think probably one of the few good balls we've seen today, really, that deserve getting a batsman out. So Chapa goes for 0 and Zimbabwe 72 for 7.
Well, another man goes. It's extraordinary. That's the captain, Creamer. He goes, caught in at short leg. Nichols there. And again, just a little bit of bounce, presses forward and gets it from the inside edge onto the body. And Nichols diving to his right, takes the catch. 2 wickets and 2 balls. That's 5 for Neil Wagner now.
like you say, Jeremy, there, it's just starved for room, really. It was just that awkward line and length that the ball just keeps riding. Creamer goes for 0, and Zimbabwe 72 for 8.
It's in the air, but it defeats the man at backward point and runs away for a boundary. Looks like a leading edge. The Bolt coming back in after the success of Mitchell Santner, getting Craig Irvine stumped.
Lovely shot by Mashauri. Left-handers, they always look elegant.
Come here, boys.
Ball bowling a little too full. They're just straying onto the leg stump. Mashauri picking it up nicely. No real field in the deep, so always going for 4 as soon as it left the bat.
Very close. Did it pitch outside leg? It looked like it might have been pitching on leg to me.
Yeah, that's quite fortunate there for Prince. It looked like a pretty good shot, isn't it? Yeah, look, might have pitched on line, but possibly missing leg stump there. It's won quite a bit there, I think.
That's a good googly. That's a very, very good googly. You watch this. Oh, this is another look at the LB. No. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Did turn, didn't it? Bit of turn and bounce.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It looked like a decent ball there.
It's very well played, isn't it? Positive footwork. Knew what he wanted to do.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing I enjoy watching from the batters, really. You know, you try and be a bit more positive, show a bit of positive intent, and get the tempo up there. I know it's a difficult time to bat 8 wickets down for Zimbabwe, but that is a great shot. Good use of feet, little shimmy down the wicket, and even though he doesn't look like he's timed it pretty well, but that's the sort of positive intent you like to see from the batters.
Genuine long hop. One of the very few poor deliveries that we've had today, and that's the result. Up go the arms of umpire Paul Rifle. He's done superbly there. Donald Tirupano. It's easy, isn't it, to miss out on a long hop like that. Vusi, when you've got into a defensive frame of mind, it just shows that he's actually waiting and playing in each ball on its merits. Lovely shot. That's a super shot from Donald Tirupano. And again, it's an illustration, Vusi, of what you're saying. The top order batsmen just needed to remind themselves that chances do come. You know, if you put in the hard work early on, just grit it out, then scoring opportunities will come at the end of the day. It just always happens. Donald Tirupano into the 20s. That could, I think he's going to get away with it. Is he? Is he? Yes, he is. Always a struggle for long off to get there. It always seemed to have enough on it. It's Martin Guptill again. And if he couldn't get there, nobody could. And what an error that would have been if he'd been out in the last over before tea. Tell him, Vusi, give him the hand signals. Calm down. It's almost tea. Make the tea sign. Sure he's watching you.
I don't know if they've actually spoken about it. I would like to think they have. But I tell you what, that is a great effort from Guptill. I hope he's actually all right. He's giving it a limp a little bit. Dug his knee pretty hard there.
Good tidy over. 55 overs gone. 120 for 8. Excellent recovery in the process being built by Prince Maswuri and Donald Tirapano. They've added 48 for the 9th wicket, comfortably the highest and most impressive partnership of the innings to date. Zimbabwe have reached the tee after 55 overs, 120 for 8. Tea time on the first day of the first test of 2 here at Queen's Sports Club in Bulawayo. Disappointing at the top of the order for the home side, who won the toss and chose to bat first. Lost an early wicket, that of Brian Cherry, before rebuilding to 35 for 2, but then a collapse, and then an even greater collapse. They lost 4 wickets with the score on 72 without the addition of a run in 9 balls. 4 wickets in 9 balls, but these two have now come together, and as you can see, comfortably the best partnership of the innings to date. 48. Donald Tirapano is really coming into his own with 3 4s and a 6 in the last quarter of that innings. Neil Wagner, the bowler of the day so far. Everyone's been tidy, but Wagner with 5 for 31, the comfortably the standout performer. Mitchell Santner 2 for 12. Terrific stuff from him.
So Roman gives him a little bit of room, and because it was short, 4 more runs.
Good batting discipline for Mashari, just getting out of the way, getting enough width and just piercing the gap in the offside, managing to pick out 4 runs.
He's found it again. I think this one's even better.
Absolutely so. Mashari is one of the hard-working type of batsman. He's always busy. He likes using his feet, getting to bat through the line of the ball. He watches it until it takes off the face of the bat, as you can clearly see in that shot. He's always in control of every shot that he plays. His franchise stats are quite excellent and justifiably deserving to play for the Zim side in this series.
This one's gone along the ground. This is a good shot. He's had to reach for it.
Saudi may be giving it just too much flight and looking for a lot of revolutions to get that turn. By so doing, maybe pushing it just wide-ish off stump, and Tirapano up to the task, swatting at it and piercing the offside. It's going straight through cover in mid-on.
Yeah, good sweep there, Prince. Behind square. Down for 4. Kane Williamson obviously thinking about it. With those two here, they're looking pretty comfortable, putting up a decent partnership out there.
Nice sweep shot from the left-hander. He's played it all along the ground. There isn't any protection out there. The man in the deep is actually square, in front of square on the onside. There's Sodi looking for some turn. A lot of flight, but it's on leg stump. And again, plays the sweep shot. It's a bit uppish. Will this run away from the man in the deep? It's trickling into the boundary, and it's 4. With that boundary, Zimbabwe tick over to 150. Punch of the gloves, acknowledgement. It's been a good partnership between these two. It's now moved on to 80 of 208 balls. Back-to-back boundaries for the left-hander, Prince Mashaure. Again, there's a bit of flight and then a little bit of turn. Doesn't get out of the meat of the bat. It's a bit uppish. There's a leg slip, but then there's no protection. Surprise delivery. There's a lot of deliveries that we expect to be full, and maybe Tirapano's thinking the same thing, that a few balls will be full, and this occasion Tim Southee double bluff, he goes short. Hits the top half of the bat and just surprises Tirapano on that occasion. Just to remind him that the ball is still there and able to hit the middle of the pitch and really hit the bat hard.
It's a fair shot. Looked like it was drifting down leg. Or might have got a bat on it. Yeah, truly so, you did.
That's a double bluff. He's gone for the Yorker. It's gone fine, and it's another boundary.
Wagner there. Drifting down leg and Tiripano equal to the toss there, which is good to see, looking for his pad.
Up goes the finger. Paul Rifle didn't have to think too much about it. It looked to me like Tim Southey might have gone a little bit wider of the crease there, changed the angle. So the question was whether it would have gone past leg stump, but that's an excellent innings. It's come to an end from Prince Maswari.
Yeah, there's a hint of the reverse swing. As you can see, that hit him very close to the bat. Now, the question is, was he going to go on? Has it moved enough? Was he going to go on to miss leg stump? But
just clipping leg stump, I reckon. That's my guess. Maswari's on his way, though. 42 from 98 balls, and a terrific partnership has come to an end. 157 for 9. Oh, he's bowled him. Career best for Neil Wagner. That one just flicking the top of middle stump. Just enough contact for the bails to topple off the stumps. And Mike Tinoya has been bowled for a single. Donald Tiripano departs unbeaten on 49. Test best for him, naturally. And Zimbabwe have been bowled out for 164. Congratulations for Neil Wagner. Look at that, just flicks the top of middle stump. Bit of reverse in that.
There was a touch of reverse, and you can see very low arm, because that's what actually makes it reverse easier, isn't it? Low arm and just straightened a bit.
Best figures by a New Zealand bowler in Zimbabwe. Career best for Neil Wagner. He's leading the players off the field to the applause of his teammates. Tremendous performance from the left armour. One ball short of 21 overs. And he'll be hoping, if not expecting even, to be able to put his feet up for a good long time now. Not just today, but tomorrow as well. There's the 49 from Donald Tiripano. Zimbabwe was 72 for 8. So 164 represents a very good comeback indeed. Prince Maswari, 42 from 98 balls.
And that's the New Zealand bowlers. Saudi bowled well up front. 2 for 28. Bowls wasn't rewarded with any wickets, but really bowled well, got the ball to swing up front. Sutner was amongst the wickets as well, the man of the moment. Wagner, 6 for 41.
This will be the first delivery for the New Zealand innings.
He's away now. Punching that one square, that'll get to the boundary and be the first one of the innings.
Back of the length, it sits up pretty nicely and plays it late, right under his eyes, so he can pick the gap through the offside, nice and square through the wicket. Well, don't move, because that made a cracking sound off the bat. It's short and wide, and it's just sat up, and it's gone for another boundary.
Punched away, that'll be a boundary.
Wouldn't be happy with that is Graham Creamer. You can see a few expressions there because he's changed his angles, come around the wicket. So you're trying to bowl as full as possible and target off stump, and so it sits up. It's because of the length is a bit short.
But you can see the plan also, because now that there are two short covers being posted, so this, he wants him on the drive. He's driven the last couple of overs.
Lovely drive, and it goes past the man. That's sloppy. He's gone in with the one hand. He's got there, but it's gone past him, and it's picked up another boundary, has Martin Guptill.
Yeah, it's pretty much orthodox save from Guptill. Ordinary ball there from Mike Ishinoya. Pitched it up, and Guptill is not too shy.
Good thinking here by Graham Creamer. Proactive, got the left hand on strike. They picked up one off his over, and so why not get the off spinner on? Age 30. It's a bit of a give me, bit of a misfield as well. When you have the last over in this respect, you want to land everything in the business area.
Yeah, but that's when as we were talking about earlier, Ed, it's not so easy to come in one over. You've only got 6 balls to try and get yourself set.
Yeah, the mindset as well for the batsman is 1 over, so you got to survive. You go with a defensive mindset, you find the outside edge, goes straight to slip.
Nice, Sikanda.
Yeah, very true as well. And there's quite a bit more pressure for the batter than there is as a bowler. Yeah, full P there from Sikanda. Latham lashed onto it pretty quickly. Not an ideal delivery at this stage. You'd want to have every delivery right on the money. Yeah. Sikanda pretty disappointed with himself there as well.
Good, mate.
Yeah, it was a freebie. Full toss. All you got to do is just be able to pick your gap and punch it down the ground as Latham did and picked up 4. But he's got 1 ball to face for the end of the day. And he comfortably deals with it. After 10 overs, New Zealand are 32 without loss. And it's the end of the day. Confirmation by Paul Rifle. These two openers have done their job. There's confirmation, punch of gloves, and good work. We'll come back tomorrow and see how we go. There's discussions between Raza and Creamer about maybe plans they need to execute tomorrow. Generally, the happier change room today would be the New Zealand one. First day, losing the toss and being put in the field on a very, very flat wicket here at Queen Sports Club. 164 or Zimbabwe were bowled out. Few ice packs going around in the change room for the bowlers. Yeah, a few applause for the batters. They saw out 10 overs. Difficult time at the end of the day. The shadows come in and a little bit of pressure. Graham Creamer have a lot to talk about in the change room, how they're going to go about getting those 10 wickets so they can get batting again. It's going to be a process, and there's going to be 1 or 2 bowlers that are going to need to stand up. This is how the sessions have gone. 26 overs in the first one, 4 wickets. 29 in the second, and another 4 wickets. Their scoring rate started improving. And then at the end of today, just the 2 wickets for 76 runs in 32.5 overs. New Zealand batting card, it's a long one. Martin Guptill and Tom Latham still there, 14 and 16 respectively in 10 overs. Chopped and changed the bowlers, did Graham Creamer. Maybe could have given himself 1 or 2 extra overs. Chinawea, the 4. Tiripano, the 3. And then one apiece for the last three, Masaura, Krima and Raza, but no wickets for Zimbabwe. The match summary. Zimbabwe won the toss, 164. Teripano not out on 49, batting at number 10. And then New Zealand 32 without loss at this stage. But also the man that stands out today is Neil Wagner, 6 for 41 in his 20.5 overs. Really gutsy performance by him.